Jamaica's political landscape has long been dominated by two major parties, the Jamaica Labour Party (JLP) and the People's National Party (PNP). Both parties have shaped the country's history, each with its strengths and weaknesses. In this comprehensive analysis, we'll delve into the pros and cons of each party, exploring their ideologies, policies, and impacts on Jamaica's development. Let's look at the Jamaica Labour Party JLP pros. Number 1. Economic growth. The JLP has historically prioritized economic development, attracting foreign investment and promoting tourism. Number 2. Fiscal responsibility. The party has demonstrated prudent financial management, reducing debt and stabilizing the economy. Number 3. Infrastructure development. JLP initiatives have improved Jamaica's infrastructure, including roads, airports, and seaports. Number 4. Crime reduction. The party's tough on crime stance has led to decreased crime rates in some areas. Number 5. Leadership experience. The JLP boasts experienced leaders, including Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Look at the cons of the JLP. Number 1. Right-wing policies. Critics argue that the JLP's conservative stance can hinder social progress. Number 2. Limited social welfare. Some argue that the party's focus on economic growth overlooks social welfare concerns. Number 3. Garrison politics. The JLP has faced allegations of perpetuating garrison politics, which can lead to voter suppression. Number 4. Corruption allegations. The party has faced accusations of corruption and cronyism. Let's look at the pros of the People's National Party (PNP). Number 1. Social justice. The PNP has historically championed social justice and equality. Number 2. Progressive policies. The party supports progressive ideals, including social welfare programs. Number 3. Nationalist agenda. The PNP prioritizes Jamaican sovereignty and self-determination. Number 4. Education emphasis. The party has focused on improving education, particularly for disadvantaged youth. Number 5. Grassroots connection. The PNP maintains strong ties with grassroots communities. Party PNP. Number 1. Economic mismanagement. Critics argue that the PNP's economic policies have led to instability and debt. Number 2. Internal conflicts. The party has experienced internal power struggles and divisions. Number 3. Corruption allegations. The PNP has faced accusations of corruption and mismanagement. Number 4. Lack of clear vision. Some argue that the party lacks a cohesive vision for Jamaica's future. Number 5. Dependence on patronage. The PNP has been accused of relying on patronage politics. Let's look at the cons of the People's National Party (PNP). Number 1. Economic mismanagement. Critics argue that the PNP's economic policies have led to instability and debt. Number 2. Internal conflicts. The party has experienced internal power struggles and divisions. Number 3. Corruption allegations. The PNP has faced accusations of corruption and mismanagement. Number 4. Lack of clear vision. Some argue that the party lacks a cohesive vision for Jamaica's future. Number 5. Dependence on patronage. The PNP has been accused of relying on patronage politics. Let's compare both parties. While both parties share some similarities, their differences are stark. The JLP prioritizes economic growth and fiscal responsibility, whereas the PNP focuses on social justice and progressive policies. The JLP's leadership experience and infrastructure development initiatives are countered by the PNP's emphasis on education and grassroots connections. In conclusion, Jamaica's JLP and PNP parties each have their strengths and weaknesses. The JLP's economic growth and fiscal responsibility are offset by concerns over social welfare and corruption allegations. The PNP's social justice and progressive policies are countered by economic mismanagement and internal conflicts. As Jamaicans head to the polls, it's essential to consider these pros and cons. Will the JLP's economic focus drive growth, or will the PNP's social justice agenda promote equality? Ultimately, the decision lies with the people. Here are a few recommendations to consider before voting. Policy-based voting. Vote based on policies, not party loyalty. Critical evaluation. Assess each party's strengths and weaknesses. Leadership accountability. Demand transparency and accountability from leaders. Civic engagement. Encourage grassroots participation and community involvement. Independent institutions. Strengthen independent institutions to ensure good governance. By understanding the pros and cons of each party, Jamaicans can make informed decisions, shaping the country's future and promoting a brighter tomorrow for all.